At least the sound settings work. So the sound we got.
The map, yeah, she said the camera's not even well, it's not zoomed in, but should I just respond and say
Yeah.
the best?
Yeah, no, we're using, just tell her we're using the PC, the camera's not working.
And then on your behalf, if you tax dollar, if program accessibility, I mean, you're not just servers. The other time, each product, I think, they tell you a lot about their big questions, like how we operate at the level that is support action. What accreditation there is. How many of your agencies?
Yes.
Some of them is
PC. Should I say, is that on you there? Should I say, sorry, this is the best it's gonna get?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Absolutely, education, accreditation, hospitals can be accredited, what else? So the ultimately have to. Summer camps can be accredited, give you one more. Who else raised their hand? Those accredited affiliation. Wonderful. People natural heart centers free. You search for a hospital for them, yet. But CAPA, which is the Council for the Accreditation of Park and Recreation who accredits the big operator parks. ACA. An accreditation authority.
Yeah, you can move that up and so.
On our free product. But three tests. Most many cases, national standards.
I guess. So we should have that.
Yeah, we are nailed it.
Or is the ones that you have in now, the ones you have on paper?
First,
We'll check it out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can click on the little arrow next to the audio. Input and output.
So I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Perfect. Back that one, yeah.
Actually, years to our lives.
Actually, take a picture of my camera too. I'll put it into the document.
Right. Yes, for votes. So the first thing we're at our talks about employment in metro parks, across areas including metro parks.
That's good. I should also do settings. Let's check this down there. Should I just
We can. Microphone, okay.
I call the inspiration.
No.
I started this. So rented last year. That kind of inspires you to do some things you've never done before. Maybe you'll see a picture of something about something you used to do or have done a while. It will inspire you.
Yeah, perfect.
Should I check in settings too, or is that?
We could do that when we're done, because it won't, when we exit, it'll be the same settings.
Yeah. Okay.
There's our spirit of the family. So you know.
That's one way to do it.
So it's information about that. Not easy, gas, grills, that sort of thing. Those three things are the bad. Help yourself. If you don't take all of them today, please, you can put them on the next meeting. I understand this folks would like to be able to be that can't be able to be below watch this at home. You rely on our page. We'll use a big line for you to do. Right here. So again, we have all of you that have big metro parks, development team, human resources. So it's a history book of the first 100 years of metro parks. So draft up the writing, we'll need to share somehow. I tell you that your library. That's something essential, which is something where things are, so I'm hoping you can maybe run into a couple of future, share, take a look at it. My goal for all of you is that you're looking for the pages. Don't just take a see a picture. Okay, that's quick. The second piece. The second hope that I have for all of you is that when you're looking at the book, it brings back your memory. I want to bring back your memory. This book is full of savants that remind you of the places I've worked, places I've been, places I've visited as a child. So the images of work, obviously, with the million dollars. Words in there, even very important. If you're a greater people, you grow up around here, you're going to love it. My favorite page, it's not a page on it, it's department, it's a department. It's a page that highlights downtown thing that shows a picture of like Irish town and a room sport restaurant. Raise your hand if you've seen, visitor or a room sport restaurant. You're a big reason have to get down. Transformation, still other ways. Who you look down. You're right in there, this greater small.
Look at it and see.
Broken small little vessels, personal vessels, that sort of thing. But there's a page that I'm over 5 years ago. Shows a photo of the top. That's so cool. People do that. Close up in this. So leave this right here. That's probably appropriate.
Yes, we probably have to go back to this. Computer center.
So I think it needs to pop up here if it was working.
So what I'll do is I'm gonna take the camera and the computer home and where I can.
Yes,
Just literally play with it. And that way, I could- and then I could plug it into my computer. Oh, and see it. Yeah, it gives the same error message.
It's either come with the computer.
It looks like it's not the word. It looks like it is.
I'm not. That's one thing. Working. Yep. Yeah. The computer's good.
Yeah, something. Who knows? Maybe something burned out inside the camera. We don't really handle it roughly, so.
How old? Yeah.
Oh gosh, we've had this for 2 years.
So it's not brand new.
We should probably get a. There's all kinds of computer cameras. This one is great because it's HD and it's all this great stuff, but there's cameras that I know won't work. That we can
Do
do
the job. You know, I mean, like we could have a Zoom meeting, started back up on phones and he's our phones out there, you know. No, that's the issue. It could.
Although it wouldn't be one thing to really. I don't think so.
Yeah. Sure.
Or
We could, or I could probably join the meeting.
and then I could highlight.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Significant time. History. This is a planner and engineer, so it's his vision. About his vision, that you guys can hold that. It's kind of a whole necklace. It doesn't just.
Make sure your
green space.
audio is off.
Look at the map that we're getting.
Yeah. Not just a Zoom audio, but
Space. Or this whole necklace, green necklace. Especially following to like very water corridors, right? Your valley on the east side, the Rocky River Valley on the right, and some reservations, waterways on the south end as well. The best thing about your question, the extension of vision and 100+ years of people working toward it, what's happening now? So there's really not a- so like that planners 100+ years ago. But this team that you all have in place right now, looking forward, watching out for being stewards of taxpayer dollars, including Metro Parks, is trying their hardest to finish that enrollment that was cities hardly can't see that.
now when we started doing it, there's actually a whole setup down on the floor. You can tie into it. So the only negative, so literally, I think it is maybe better connections because it's all short. But the the problem is that the Wi-Fi, it's amazing. The thing drops like a stone as you get down from the base. So the Wi-Fi up there. Right. It keeps plugging out. So back here, the Wi-Fi is way higher. Oh,
The back here, the Wi-Fi is way higher.
right, so that's,
So it also has another question. The original vision.
because during the meeting, it kept coming in. I know.
They were 100 years ago.
I could send you the meeting. invite.
That'd be perfect.
Boulevards out, these green spaces. They're like this, they're like industry, they're like manufacturing.
I think it's literally the same.
Plus, we focus our earliest attention on plus.
Check where it was.
Something small.
One, two,
Looking back.
okay, what's your email?
Noah P.
How much we focus on the other. That's what your team is doing now.
What's
Issue property.
Yeah,
0.
Focused on trying to get neighbors access to.
yeah.
iCloud.com. So you can't find space, put right close to people's homes.
No P.
Whatever.
Okay.
You could remodel this one, it's under here right now, it's not even related. I remake some places, just on purpose, trails, and paths are popping up, like in the neighborhoods. But if you look at you, ends of east, this newer eastern ledge, trail 130 feet above, 130 feet on the old hill. Bank that shows you all of you. You start moving north from that, we move to some east side communities that have no green space. There's some old buildings, paths and trails that are being restored while you look at heading north. But eventually you can connect that neighborhood and everybody in between too. The beach, the Lansville Valley, which is connected trails. So we're finally giving people access to their Cleveland Metro Parks. Again, it was intentional. Let's give people out green space. Now that we have some programming facilities, that sort of stuff. Let's make sure we focus on it. Make sure that all of us who work playing Cleveland have access to Metro Parks. Great question. Thank you for that. Different time check. I look at my goal on speaking to the last medical architecture. Let's do more questions or comments. Anything about the answers down a little bit, even about this topic. First of all, thank you for having us. Cleveland Metro Parks is the separate proposal subdivision that operates kind of the county level local government. So we are not part of the national parks, but you're right. Back now, the National Recreation is the only national park rec. Okay, go ahead. Great question. So the question was, there's a difference between the national parks, the state parks, local parks like ours, how we operate. I'm going to say the key difference is funding, but along with funding comes support. So how much can you really be a stakeholder and a voice, really good voice for a national park that might be close to your home? I'm not sure how much progress you can make as an individual. But I think that's the difference between a big park, it's not kind of national parks that can be a good national park here in Cleveland, Ohio. But in Cleveland Metro Parks, board meetings once a month for you to stand just like this and talk to our board park commissioners and our CEO and other leadership. Your voice matters, you can write, you can show the meetings, you can offer suggestions, part of the key program. That's really good. So your point is having our stakeholders engaged every long-term planning. Back up about back in November. The levy that the Metro Parks had out to county township passed in the mid 70% range, I believe. I think I heard one say it's the highest any countywide levy parent initiative that the funding has ever passed. So there people over that's for us. There's not a key difference. There's really a lot accessibility. So I think that's the difference. I think the point is everybody's involved, all stakeholders have a voice. In many ways, you can use the parks. Even national parks operate 19 different parks, with them being a world class series. 5 nature centers, youth outdoors, and all the outdoors. Being golf courses. About this, even this like art of the country. First of all, the Iowa Computer Canal Reservation But I go to Harper Reservation, obviously, one person here, like, now it's green space, where the industrial area. Asking, but we from the addition to that. It's contract. This. That is. Great question. Great question. Thanks for having me. Anyways, I always, I just mentioned contract, because that always contract. It's okay with you. Well, yeah, that because of that 18 year old, it's probably. All purpose trail. I believe all allows related is the roads. I don't know how you like it. Motorists understand. Bicyclists understand. That's another way you provide a mountain bike. Then the last thing is one of our designated mountain bike trails. My favorite is one of them. Responsible guy now, leaving or a resident. Wellview 53 dollars. Designated mountain bike trail, urban trail manufactured, built by, so the best trail builders in this region is one. Bedford also has one. So moving about the sponsored ones, there's a series of groups. See, we kind of do it out back and have the whole way versus Bedford, so long in your bike trail. And then there are a couple of the original older one and the new one in the Pioneer Down Trail. So it's the east, that's there are three: Bedford, Gulfstream, Upper Grove, and Pioneer Down contract. Of course, the roadways, which are my favorite, and like a hybrid. So I'm kind of jumping all for this trail. Off this trail, so 4 ways to bike. Come see us, we love it. My favorite though, raise your hand if you're a Clevelander. Anybody from Cleveland? The paths and trails that are connecting the Towpath Trail up through the Scranton Peninsula, through the flats, jumping over the bridges up to Whiskey Island, Wendy Park, obviously the old Coast Guard Station is fascinating. The light industry, blend between parks, commercial areas, of Cleveland, in history. Get on a bike, you can see us up in Cleveland, start somewhere south. Maybe if you're an average cyclist, start as far south as the National Parks or Rockside. And how about the trail to Towpath? They come all the way up to Lake Erie on paved trails. Views are outstanding. It's fun, plenty of places to stop. Safety, security, be a couple bucks. Go on or a bike bag or something, stop for a coffee, tea, or drink, or a bite tea or something. Like great way to see. Great question. Yes, sir. Much about how you call. Not much of a call for you. Enjoy your Metro Park courses. Grew up and played big bat on the west side. Going across country down there. Great site. And Shawnee on the east side along the steep mountain. You all the questions. Great courses. But I haven't accomplished. And you keep, yeah, and get out and they keep as much. It's a beautiful layout. My two things, my biggest point was, I'm sure you were with them, Metro Park, off of it, all the site, down the cross. Yeah, and it would have been a great Metro Parks addition. All having better conservation offer. You guys have done a great job with that course. But really why I'm up here is it is a great gem right in our backyard, just like Kelly's Island and all that. But I went to Glacier National Park this summer, and you guys have a great park, but it's awesome. The only difference between your park, Glacier National Park, as soon as you walk in the first park, big sign says, beware of bears, we're not responsible for what happens. That's going to turn on.
walk back to the lodge. What a great opportunity to see. In addition to your park, our park, Glacier National Park, he's done what?
So a little plug for Glacier National Park, raise your hand if you visited. My favorite outside of Cleveland Parks tour recently was out in California. We had a chance to see Muir Woods, Kings Canyon, Yosemite, right? And then Sequoia National Forest. My family did those all in one. We did 10 days, not camping, just sightseeing. Sorry for one number. Love nature photography. And so to your point, sir, I'd love to get there with just my camera without my family. It's just so, anybody a photographer, even if it's just your cell phone? You kind of come to Cleveland Metro Parks lakefront, sunrise and sunset, get a glimpse of your city of Cleveland on the shoreline and your camera. It's so relaxing, so much space up there. It's so safe. So it started there and ended up there with just you and your camera. You bring something that I invite you to kind of enjoy that feeling when you experience that vacation. I work. One more. Again, give me a heart and shake 15. It's really important. Next group, they'll speak.
So obviously, in a manager and active parks, probably someone like being a officer and but I also and
okay, scratch the 815 and let's go till 10. I realized. Sir, are you in public safety, police officer? No. Okay, so in the couple minutes I have left, your Cleveland Metro Parks Police Department, formerly called the Cleveland Metro Parks Rangers because it depicts that outdoor function of law enforcement. So it seems to make more sense. But now that we're up in Cleveland doing so much police work, the title changed back. That's where originally Cleveland Metro Park District Police Department, Sherman Police. I've always told people that Cleveland Metro Parks Police or Rangers are no different than your suburban police department picked up, dropped in a park setting. The key difference is everybody goes home at night in the city and suburbs, everybody goes away at night in park districts. There's one key difference. Typically one person patrol cars, the key difference, I think, problems are all the same. Things happen. Key difference is how spread out we are. It's the number one, logistically, number one difficult hurdle to get over big metro versus how spread out we are. So while we love that we have 25,000 acres, your backup can be 10, 15 minutes away, and so maybe a city or a public safety official, police officer, fire EMS might not know exactly where you're at. That's the number one difference. Type of work, the weather, obviously. Cyber control vehicle all day long, you're outside the lot. So I think it's the distance from each other is the key difference in the landscape, weather, and that sort of thing. Otherwise, not much different than where you live, those police officers. Award-winning police department and that accreditation, I think they are quite sure there are only 4 park permitted police departments in America that are accredited. I know that well in Ohio, I think there are only 5. And many police departments in greater Cleveland 5 accredited ones. So it's a big deal that accreditation. Yes. Sorry. Actually. Anyway, founder, who is it? Well, not true. Definitely not the case. If that's happened one time in the last 50 years, hey, we're a major metropolitan area in the Midwest United States. When it happens, things happen. Their parks are incredibly safe. Police force you have to offer your Cleveland Metro Parks from top to bottom, waiting for your job. Marine Patrol attention, pilot unit, multifaceted canine unit, swiftwater rescue, dive teams. Amazing. For a department that doesn't have a park and fire department, have all those skill sets in their own police department, roughly 100 people, is outstanding. So, no, tell your daughter we said thanks. Yes, maybe it's just stuff happens everywhere, then we have to clean up a little bit, but it's an amazingly safe park. I'm there all hours of the day and night on my own, not wearing a police uniform, even resources and marketing. Me and my camera will go to any park, sunrise or sunset or later in the middle of the night for free. So, yeah, thank you. I think we're out of time. I would like to thank everybody for your time today. Give yourself time. Come see us. Don't forget the materials in the back. I hope they're in a good prominent place. If you can grab it on your way out, the leftovers for your guests who aren't here. Thank you for having me.
Can I get you to do just a little bit faster? Okay, that is, we have, yeah, we have. Yes, we could, about crap. Payout is $12. Jackpot, $211. So we say we're getting close to cap the signs kind of money there. So you pull one out. Yeah. It's freeze up.
Dan Velasquez from Cleveland Metro Parks. How about that? I actually love my glasses. I'll struggle. 923-356. There we go.
256. How about that? Good luck at that.
There we go.
Oh. Oh. So maybe it's a real quick. Yes, what are you doing there, Jay? Oh, you're no recording. Well, this one is about Patty, who's on a train. On a train, who's going from Dublin to Tullamore, probably to visit the distillery. And as he's sitting on there, they come to a stop, and this beautiful young Irish lass gets on the train, red hair, green eyes, pale skin, just a beauty. She sits down just opposite, and he is just trying to make conversation. She clearly wants to take a nap. He's trying and she's gonna give him a shove off. And then he says to her, "Hey, let's play a game. I'll ask you a question. If you don't know the answer, you give me €5. And then you can ask me a question. And if I don't know the answer, I'll give you 500. She shrugs. So he asks her a question. What is the circumference of the earth in miles? She thinks for a minute, opens up her purse, pulls out a €5 note, hands it to him. Now turn to her. She says to him, what goes up a hill with 4 legs and comes down with 3? His eyes get like, oh no. And he's sitting there thinking, he's stunned, he's starting to sweat. She leans back, closes her eyes, takes a nap. So he pulls out his laptop and he Googles it, no answer. He texts message, all his friends, nobody knows the answer. He waits and he goes on for an hour. And finally he wakes her up. He says, here, €500. I have no idea. Tell me what goes up a hill with 4 legs and comes down with 3. And she opens her purse and gives him €5. Big finger.